beyond the well-beaten tracks of human civilization, beyond what lies behind the night sky, is the Dynasty project. Its origins born in the minds of humanity, yet its purpose unfulfilled. As a pilot in the elite universe, to know its secrets will at least leave you absent of memory and at the worst, absent of life. 3 locations. Out in the void. Beyond the bubble. Waiting for humanity to fall. In this video, we will explore one such place. Located in Hawkins Cup. In a neighbouring region of space, there exists a place called Hawkins Cup, halfway to the newborn prosperity of Colonia and the core systems of old. A place rich with resources of all kinds. In the early days of mankind's traverse through the KRAIT scale, this place was simply too far for explorers to reach. When the advancement of human technology allowed mankind to reach this place, another mystery was uncovered. A series of human settlements were located and a set of mysterious beacons in space transmitting their location. Revealed were 4 sites, abandoned yet pristine as though never used. In orbit to a nearby planet was an unregistered comms beacon, transmitting its location in the direction of the bubble. Using modern decryption methods, the Canonn Research Institute was able to crack the beacon's code revealing its purpose. Dual communications relay and long-range navigation beacon. At a nearby planet listed in the Canonn link below, the Alpha site was located. Investigation into this settlement reveals that its purpose was some kind of population centre. Although small, it may have been intended for civilian staff members working on infrastructure projects within the region. A set of logs can be located at various points throughout the settlement. Revealed within these logs are the accounts of a crew who were tasked with the delivery of a set of beacons similar to the one found in orbit. Noted from this dialogue was the tedium of the job and the distance for which they had to travel, but also mentioned was another region of space called the Formidine Rift and crew members belonging to said expedition who were spacing themselves in order to escape from some kind of entity they encountered. In a nearby system was the Beta site, again with typical unregistered comms beacon in orbit. This site seems to be agricultural and automated. Very little in the way of human habitation pods can be seen, only semi-cylindrical hab pods growing various food products and some kind of limited communications equipment. It is possible, like the Conflux Beta site, that these facilities are automated, although the leg lock we all suffer from denies any chance of further analysis within their buildings. Like the other sites belonging to the Dynasty project, a set of logs can be found at this place. On this set of logs is the transcribe of another crew who is tasked with delivering comms beacons. Noted on this logs is the mention of Sirius Corporation, a megacorp in the bubble who manufactures various spaceborne components, most notably hyperdrive systems. What is also apparent is that the ship was stripped of all but the most essential components, devoid of armaments and shields. It is apparent that there was armed security personnel who seemed not to be part of the core crew of the ship. In a local system to the first 2 sites was the Delta site, showing the hallmarks of the Dynasty project. What is different about this site is the inclusion of reconnaissance crews similar to the one found at the Conflux in my other video, here. They orbit the settlement a handful of times and leave. All of these ships are heavily armed and vary from Cobras to Keelbacks to Imperial Clippers. These pilots show no allegiance to any corporation or government, as their ships' idents reveal. This site seems like a CNC facility. with advanced sensors located here similar in layout to the Conflux Delta site. The logs this site reveal are yet another ship's log which accounts the job they were tasked with. They mention the ship was part of a large group of anacondas who travelled out to Hawkins Gap in convoy. Presumably, the other ship's logs we find in the other Hawkin sites were part of this task force. These logs also note that a protection contingent was assigned to their ship and were vehemently guarding unregistered comms beacons on board. The last site, labelled Gamma, was located a dozen light years away, again with a comms beacon that had to be decrypted. The site is purely for food production, like the beta site, but with the buildings arranged differently and to a larger scale than the beta site. No pilots can be seen at this site, and it is now evident that the only place belonging to the Hawkins Gap site that had any human activity was the previous settlement location. Their presence suggests either a station or a megaship of some kind in the region. Eagle's Landing is not a viable location as a forward base for these pilots, as it is over 3,000 light years away. If this is true, along with the other sites belonging to the Dynasty project, this means massive financial backing for the protection flights alone of these sites, a feat not many corporations could muster. On the 4 logs located on the surface was another account of a crew who were part of this mission. This crew seemed to ponder who employed them to do this job. What is different of the ship and its crew is that this curiosity may have led to some fatalities, with a number of crew flushed into space in a suspicious accident. It is unknown whether this was intentional or not. Like the Conflux sites, these locations appear to be set up to accommodate large groups of humans from the bubble, that the destinations of these pilots were predetermined and that an emphasis was placed on speed at which the tasks were completed, as though the group that funded them were in a hurry. They also are placed in a part of the galaxy abundant with Earth-like worlds and mineral-rich moons thousands of light years away from the bubble. Although the logs found at Hawkins Gap do not shed any light as to who was directing these efforts, there was mention of the Sirius Corporation and the belief that these jobs were not part of any one government. If any one corporation was to flush out members of their staff into space, some serious questions would be asked by Federation, Imperials or the Alliance. This may suggest that the Dynasty project was an intergovernmental backed effort, as the lack of mention by any government of the discoveries of these sites may suggest cooperation or agreement. What is also a disturbing factor of these places is the sheer resources available to them. If the Dynasty project was merely a colonisation effort, then why would they establish various sites so quickly, and why the utter secrecy? Although the current Thargoid threat is not severe enough to warrant danger on the Sol system, there have been rumours out in the void of an as yet unknown Thargoid ship classification labelled motherships, whose size dwarf anything humanity is able to produce. Only time will tell to what unseen threat humanity will have to endure. Further coverage of the story behind these places can be found in Drew Wagar's amazing books Elite Dangerous Premonition and Reclamation. You can find these books below. Thank you for watching my videos. Please make sure if you like to subscribe, like and press the bell notification for any future content. Your support is massively appreciated.